TEC versus Trace. 1-all, third map, first game of play-ins. Loser plays Billy Billy next. Winner plays Billy Billy later. And 1 foot in the door for actually making playoffs. So this was TEC picking the side and starting on defense, and Fung Fung just trying to continue on the crazy form that he has. He's like plus like 20 something or other on differential, which has got a little bit worse. 3 versus 3 now, as YOU is going to just bucket into the site. Rest of his team well placed. The post plant was forcing ABO to go for a fight early. He does have a sheriff, but he's down to 50 HP. YOU stuck on the plant, doesn't have a flash, just has to hold it. The snake bite thrown here from Lockham actually could be major because YOU is pretty low HP. It does go down. The lurk has been spotted. Kai just walking with his knife out. They know that ABO was up in heaven. And now Hebe, both IGLs having to fight off here on very different agents. ABO drop it to the low ground. Here's him new box. Going to slow walk his way across. And the sheriff against the frenzy at that kind of distance, not going to be good enough. So that is Trace still, well, taking the lead actually on the pistols. But at least TEC making it a little bit closer. Great flash actually from YOU and the execute on the top of it. Yeah, a lot of teams just globally it seems still picking like the solo initiate Sky, but in China especially, they just didn't get the memo that she's been nerfed perhaps because they're still like playing her.
TEC 这里的起枪有点多啊，他们防守边是没有经济补助的，3把针一出门，下分可能会缺甲或者缺。
Why is just backing up? Seeing what he can maybe grab. Good bit of information with the Trailblazer on vent, but it's forced the Viper to back off. She has a poison cloud in hand though. Usually you just put the Viper's orb in mid, but you've just got that normal wall. Chu's seen one. Like the molly on elbow. Nade on heaven. Poison cloud screens. Chu would be very lucky to get one here with all of the utility that's forcing him out. Really good peek from Fung. Got the ramp control here from Kai. He does have a bulldog, so if he dies here, he has given him over a pretty big gun. And so much damage is done that like the spraying from heaven could be good, but the support, the flexing is provided by TPing up to heaven. Means that Kai might be able to get out. Even putting a trip on ramp just to make sure that nobody else can like push up. Camera 2. It's just buying time more than anything. I've noticed that like Kai is fairly low HP, so still goes for the fight and loses it. And Kai getting a nice 3k, no theft for the bonus.
我觉得对于 TC 来讲，还是那个问题，就是这2天的比赛被对方研究的太多了，尤其是这张地图。
Yeah, I think playing like Sky without a Cypher is not worthwhile doing. Like, I know that a lot of the double duelist stuff is like to just make the attack side work a bit more, because this map is more defensive sided. But I think having Cypher and Viper to sort of provide lurks and stuff, keep pressure up. I mean, that's the main thing that's going to be cutting TEC apart here, is like you don't have trips. It's going to force like Sky flashes here constantly. You can't play the Sky towards mid. I like playing the Sky more towards heaven, because you can like fight for mid a little bit more, flash them if they flash you, Skydog if you need, but also being able to flash this a little bit later is really good for catching late lurks. Like if the Sky's here and she flashes B main, gets information, you know that there's like one player that's been left here. With Trace's bonus, not too shabby at all actually. Bulldog, Spectre, Guardian, against even like a Guardian here, like the buy isn't as sublime as you'd want it from TEC, considering that this is their full buy against an eco, a bonus, sorry. Especially if Kwai's going to take those kind of peaks.
对方牵引过去，做了一波拉扯 ，RB 左右，哇，没办法。
T1这个纪律性啊，真的是把
Alright, 4 versus 3 now.
是的。
Neural Theft is still in the hands of the Cypher, but because they're not on site, they can't use it. Just going for like a late lurk. ABO playing on Heaven. You've got Lochem and Shu coming in onto site now from CT. State by Night, Flash was good. Like, this would have been a good clearance if either player was actually just looking in that general direction. Does Astra need a small buff? I don't know. I also think it's kind of risky. Like, I know Sliggy's mentioned it a fair few times, and it's pretty eloquently put. Like, playing on B, Omen is just so much better to have the paranoia. Like, one-way smokes as well, like, to actively fight for that space a bit more. I think for Trace, if you know that you're up against double duelist and there's no trips to worry about on A, it means that you can have nice fast executes over here, and you can actually go for like fast B executes straight out B main too, because there's no paranoia or anything to really stop you. Eco for Tech. It looks like Trace said setting themselves up to just go for like another A execute. Just full contacting away up here. Like I said, you don't have like a Cypher cam that could be up here. You don't have a trip. You don't have the kill trips on site. So this is just space that Tech are going to struggle to fight for even when they have a full buy. On an eco, you just got to give it up. Trailblazer gets some information, but like there's no follow-up. There's not too much that you can do. The best part is that even though this is an eco for Tech, it's still costing them a lot of money, like using snake bites, using Trailblazers. So this so far is going as good as it possibly can. Just RB left alive, flawless. So nobody dies. You force out a lot of utility. Even if this is a full buy for Tech, there might still be like bits of their kit missing.
可以看到点内是一颗蛇纹，一颗星云，加上还有闪的存在，是没有任何去掩护队友的空间的。
是的，而且 Lochem 这边应该是被抓了一个丢蛇纹的后摇啊，
因为他的位置是从2楼明牌跳下来的。他当时是
Yeah, I don't know if Astra needs a buff at this point.
被抓到了。
哇，这个暂停又是很早就叫了出来，没有办法。
There's a lot of like little quality of life stuff I suppose you can do to make it a little bit better, but Tech have chosen a timeout. Well, they 4-0 down at this point. Took a timeout same time on Lotus, didn't really help.
暂停也是同样的时机给出来的，在第2个长枪分的时候，第5个回合。但 TEC 能不能借助这个暂停找回局势呢？我觉得现在双局都。I
think throughout this series though, Trace have been a better team. I mean, like if you think about it, it went to overtime with Tech winning both the pistols over on Lotus. And then just some like great individual moments that haven't really happened so far. So it makes you think if on Breeze, sorry, like when it went to overtime, there's 2 pistols that Tech were able to win. But it makes you wonder, like if Trace had won one of those 2 pistols on Breeze, and they just continue to streak like they are now, where they're winning the pistol, winning the bonus, just 4-0, 5-0 stats. It does make you think, like, would that have even gone to overtime in the first place? And Tech chose to defend. This was their choice to start here and not start on attack with double duelist. Feng wasted no time again. Again, it's just such a weak area, I think, of the map for Tech. I don't dislike the double duelists. And at least some damage is done a bit more, fighting on site even, playing from Heaven, but Feng has cleared it up. He's 8-1. He's even checking for the mid lurk. He's doing everything himself. His alarm, his boombot's gone off in Heaven. So instead of going for like this fight in mid, he's going to rotate around and play with the rest of his team, which is really good discipline. Trace also had 10 more first kills, yeah. It was definitely more Trace losing that map. Tech winning it.
这波虽然说 B 通道有做一些尝试的前顶吧，去拿一些前点位的信息，但也是因为位置太过靠前了，被峰峰的双跳抓到了卡哇伊的站位。
I was gonna check something
再
actually
回看
real
一下
quick.
这个回放，这波终于是抓到
I'll
了一
keep the
次。
closer bot thing
而
open
晚宴后这
actually.
波
I
RB
gotta
规
keep
避的
that
也
open.
很好，再通过经济范的调整身位，但可惜自己的落点是被踩雷飞剑给预判到了。
是的。而且我觉
Plus
得
differential we are.
一个残疾的处理
Feng Feng is plus 24 before this map even started.
那这一分虽然
He is at
保下来
plus
一把名狙加一把2009，但是
31.
队友的枪很差啊。这把的话
In this series, he's plus
有
31,
没有什么主动的一些操作在里面？
which is
哦
点点还是站不了人。
plus 30. Like 31 is more kills than some of the rest of his team have.
就不让你抓了，这样你逼通没有那么快拿到的话，自己在防守边
What
的
do you
压
think
力
Tech
也
needs
不
to
会
do
太
on
大。
defense?
中路给了一个点，匹林之后
Doing better a bit more. I think fighting for mid's probably a good shout.
也是逼了出来。
在明居场
I think moving the sky away from A for something else, maybe. Okay, never mind.
中路是打掉了一个 YU， 明局虽然被撕掉，但是人数上有个小小的领先。
而且因为中路吊枪防守方是能捡到的，所以近点的这个timing
Sort of an
吹得
easy
切了
kill
一个
there.
稍有点可惜。
虽然打掉了枪，但是没捡。
I don't know what you can move around though, really.
而且
军事的位置，弗勒
自己的
辛还要来找。
枪能够被进攻方守到。
完焰火贴到近点，直接轰掉了弗勒辛。
Showstopper's been used. 1 versus 3 now for Hebei, but there's still, well, one sheriff has been changed for a rifle. Lockham still has one. Stun going into this corner. The grab as well, pulling just behind.
不住了，子弹还没有换上，一发切标配。
切标配过来。
And Hebei managing to pick up
看不到包了。
his opponent's gun.
39滴血。
Can you imagine? Is this good? This is looking to be another stick. He's getting PTSD,
又打了一个。
标配没子弹。
but he's actually holding on. Oh, and Abi just waits, gets half.
这个距离太
Very
近了
close though.
而且断档的
Very
闪
nice
现
try from
非常
Hebei
明
to
显
actually make
直
that
接起身开始扫射
competitive
抓到了。
当然，我能感觉到，就是两边队伍的选手其实现在的精神也非常紧绷。
对，
啊，
这波说实话，残局黑贝已经足够秀了，真是
对
把能用的招全用了。
I think having the operator here though is the right call.
是的，
不过我觉得这波 TE 确实也是稍有点大意，给到的机会太多了。
而且
首先我觉得开局他们是拿了 B 通道和中路的信息都没有看到明居，那明居只能在 A 了。
就是问题是一个，他们真的知道有这把明狙吗？其实我还是有一个有点持怀疑态度，因为
哦，对，因为上次好像明居
I think you'd probably swap the Sky with the Astra, but I don't think the Astra's much better on A, to be brutally
这
honest.
分不过这明狙好像是没回收到啊，因为刚才离这个明狙的位置的确太远了。
不过这一分 TEC 手上3个中技能在手啊，还是可以去尝试。
Because the Sky, like, fighting this with their own Skydog, flashing this, peeking out, maybe grouping up with the Rays to push B main a little bit more.
确实，包括我觉得这个宇宙分裂，其实反清的时候还是比较好用的。
电梯房有
Skydog used on defense, broken by the Cypher.
阿佛可能会在电梯房做蹲伏，这分没有选择再走中路了，还是想要打正面的提速。
Yeah, Rays is what RB played on Split last time
想
too.
要近点的话，可能会面临星云加舌吻，以及还有什么
He's good on it.
各种技能的骚扰。
He can pretty much play anything. On a team with a lot of players who can pretty much play anything.
出来换位置，但是这一分的话，其实是两边还是互交了挺多技能的。
哦，回复展开了。
Viper's Pit used on defense and on attack, overlapping in this B main choke.
圈圈圆圆圈圈，但是
What's the plan now here from
还是续上了。
我觉得现在其实很考验 Lockham 的一个临场应变。
mind games? Surely it's like a B split though, like using this Viper's Pit, you wouldn't just do it for the shits and giggles. Behind the box, Kawhi gets one, good damage on the other. RB playing from danger, gets one, gets traded. Viper's Pit actually dropped on the defense, but there's 10 seconds left. Lockham is still on site. They've got to expect that he's somewhere. Tries to go for the plant. Abo's the one that stops it. Lockham tries to peek for a little bit more. There's enough time for the plant. Kai trying to push to get a little bit more, and now it's a Hebei, another clutch against Chu, and he just peeks after throwing the poison cloud. Really nice from him. Telling you, like, he's one of the best IGLs in China.
是真的有说法的，因为你的防守回复展开之后，其实你是想贴到近
His
点。
clutches, his aim, his calls.
如果你贴到近点，贴到对手的回复范围之内，你的血量会被削得很惨。
First map was very long. Everything else, not so much. Trace of, like, bounced back really nicely.
退到了后点，但同时也把黑北给放进去了。
而且我不得不说，今天两边的队伍的选手其实很喜欢做这种大胆的操作，就是踩。
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Chu today. He was fantastic, like in all of the other series that he played.
而且都很敢打。我觉得这才是
Poison Cloud Flash, maybe.
素质比较强，或者
You just don't expect him to peek after throwing it. You expect him to play more time. Bladestorm and 1 rifle for RB. That's the buy for round 8. Bladestorm just can't quite get onto anything. The paranoia is really good and allows Fung in onto the site, but he gets fully flashed. I'm not sure if he must have been flashed by Chu before Chu went down. And Hebei with the classic is able to get 2 more. It's all over in an instant. It's so hard to keep up with how pacey this is, and many observers are just switching perspectives too much. But staying on Kwai is nice. Snakebite is going to delay him just at least a little bit more. Flexin's not afraid to play on the aggressive angle. Heibei's on site as well. YOU's just peeking more towards heaven. Really, I don't think Kwai needs to be worried about like dying to the spike, to be honest. Like, you can die to some of these players, like you're not really giving them big ultimates. Hebei, I guess, not too far away from having the Viper's pick, considering he just used one. 3 orbs now. What was the score map to? 13-6. 10-2 half, I think it was, for Trace on Lotus. Even like watching a replay, it's just, I don't know if it's just the sensitivity of some of these players are just too high, but they're just frantically looking around like crazy.
那这一分也是，我觉得对 TEC 来讲非常关键的一分了，这分很大。
1比7的比分，上半场的暂停其实已经叫过一个了。而现在我觉得对于 TEC 来讲，这个双决斗在防守边确实是有点吃亏，因为没有太多可以去拖延的技能，而且没有。
4 by 2 Seekers for Chu. I mean, this is a good round to actually be going B2. There is a Cosmic Divide for Kwai, but how do you want to use it? Just enough pressure, like for Trace, because they've been fighting it so aggressively. Kwai doesn't really have much of a choice to just have to use one of the stars up. Now they only have 1 left.
不过这一分还好的是秋叶有追猎之灵啊，所以放点打回防之后还是可以有足够的信息获取的，但前提是人能活到残局。
Tracer like changing it up by fighting more mid. If again get the poison cloud down, get Astra to use another star. Good. Boss it out, show yourself somewhere else, and then re-hit. This is something that DRG didn't do yesterday, and that's why TEC ended up winning that map against them. Kwai gets stuck backside. Got to force RB to go and play the same angle. So that's Cosmic Divide gone. At least they're able to get 1 more Astra smoke out of it. Omen TP to get information on backside. Easy kill for Trace. This is just like a really good mid-round, a really good plan. It's going to be really hard. Seekers was also used by Chu. I didn't even see how far it got, but I don't think it got very far.
其实经济对于 TEC 来说依然不是很好，而且现在5人的一个价点位，这真的是哪个点都出不了。
有点太困难了。这波大拉是峰峰被秋叶给接住了，但是依然是改变不了场面上的局面啊。
Great trade from Kai.
1打3
Changes up his angle too.
确实也是借助火力吸引，小开补上了。
Everybody gets involved. Team ace, team round.
最近的几分感觉 TE 状态是越来越盛，而且他们在
This trace is looking good.
定点策略是很少受到阻拦的。
是的，
除了前面有几波想要强抓卡哇伊没有抓到以外，导致他们可能多波折了一段时间。这2分的一些清点以及技能上的配合都是非常精准的。
而且
Yeah, I think pairing Chu with the Raze is a good shout on defense.
没有位移，就如果你不是幽影或者雷斯这样，
I'm going to use both the timeouts as well. It's a tech pause, but not tech pause. Tech pause. And the last one that they'd have for this map and this series.
他们本来以为自己可能在熟练度上会有一些优势，但没有想到进攻边的 TE 打的是如此强势。
Tech still needs improvement. I don't think that's too much of a shock though, right? Like, they've definitely looked solid, but similar to the other teams sort of around that level, like Wolves, like a lot of promise, and you want to see how good they could be like after Madrid when they have a bit more time to play together. But I don't think that this scoreline and the way that this series has gone is too much of a shock, really. If anything, TEC overperformed this kickoff. Yeah, and maybe JDG are in a really rough spot with how they've been.
来到了第2个暂停叫完过
Why
后，
did I not
胜
get a
分还是3
notification?
分。
是，而且其实很难得看到 TEC 的教
I
练
think it might be
在整个暂停的时间都是一直不
somebody
停
else
的在
gifted a
说
load of
话的，
subs as
因为
well.
其
But
实他前面会
top
留
of my
更
head
多去给
remember
队
their
友之
username.
间互相翻译的机会，因为其实确实会有一点沟通上难度。
Anyway
这一分是从头讲到了尾的，所以说明其实布置的东西是很多的。
是的，
Default more towards A at least. You got that B pressure still. I mean, at this point, like Feng has been getting this for free that he can kind of do it on his own. He's just there trying to scare Kawaii into using this. And then it's forced out smoke and then another stab in place. Let me just go answer that real quick.
这样不会给到你减枪。
是的，这个慢线给清理掉，那这样的话 B 点的位置，卡哇伊的压力非常大。
混烟其实也会暴露自己的身位，峰峰已经站起来直架旋转跳的位置了。卡哇伊跳了一波，看到人了也不敢再漏了。
又要抓来了，双跳经典，但是被卡了一下。
是这波双跳失误了。
是的，阿博一发从命中带走。
Didn't really miss a kill, just got here just in time.
可以得到一波升级。那这样的话再做转点，现在没有决斗位的。
I think it's the first time I've been here that Geekess hasn't. Yeah, I know.
是因为第一时间 H 有前
She's usually about.
把 A 点完全
She was about earlier.
连半线都没有给，这里只能选择回绕走中路，不敢再去走下水道了。
追猎之灵直接给这波可能是放假脚步的 fake。
哎，阿 B 没有打掉这个追击灵。
这个枪确实太差了一点。
Seekers has been used on the attack. Got some information, a lot of noise made on vent, and then a fast rotation over towards B.
4秒，时间有点紧张了。
Good shot from Lockham. Good trade from Kai yet again. Could he get the trade onto Hebe though? Oh, it's even read by Kawaii that it was going to drop to low ground. And of all of the rounds the Tech is able to pick up to make it 2, it's a 50.
虽然有足够谨慎嘛，在面临到对手 H 前顶的时候，有立马意识到要往后撤跟队友抱团，但是在
I wanted Tech to go to Madrid for the memes.
我就打的稍微有点简单了。
对。
其次就是因为这个致命的失误，就是很少。
There is a chance even if like Tech loses series.
说实话，可能是
Like if Tech beat BLG, but then it requires BLG to beat Trace later on.
遮蔽视野了，正好卡到了那个箱子边缘上。那这一分终于是。
But also there might be a bit of a bounce back because
翻了一分。
you're on the defense with this comp. On attack, it might find quite a lot.
是依然不是特别乐观，因为 TE 这两波的这个中立技能是比较强势的，玩焰火直接要
Don't showstopper. Oh, that Sky utility on site coming in. Lockham just on this little angle. Had some support from Chu, but Chu just gets absolutely demolished in elbow from the showstopper, right? And Lockham is still there. It took him a while to get taken out. 3 versus 3. Abo pushing in aggressively. This Viper's Pit might actually kind of bite Trace in the backside here because of how quickly Tech have got close to them. I don't think they're going to expect Abo to be just in the smoke here. No, not at all. And that's Hebe that goes down, so the Viper's Pit goes down. Luckily, Flexing's in a great position to sort of take that fight. And then Kawaii in elbow, fully flashed. 1 versus 2 for them to win. YAU is low. Flexing is going to get fully stunned by that. His back is shown. They know exactly where Flexing is. He's going to have to put up a smoke. He does a TP. He doesn't fake it either, which is what Kawaii thinks. He has no idea where Flexing is about to be. And there's a shot in hand to clear him too. Nicely. I mean, that round was just single-handedly won by Flexing, it felt like. Getting the 2 kills after the Viper's Pit drops and then winning that clutch. He's just such a threat.
哇，我不得不说这一分，其实防守方，尤其 RP 这个点已经很心机了。他站在这个
Flex injured. It might just be.
的效果确实让他也是一触即碎。
对，主要还是他打掉的是魁父的主人，然后导致这个魁父落下来之后，自己的身位反而变了非常。
Maybe should have been around that Tech was able to get together. Kawaii made a good go of it.
又一次在被抓到了，我觉得真的可能稍
Yeah, flexing that double kill. I think just onto it was Abo and RB that he got right over here.
这边确实可以抓到对方这种很习惯性的落位。
是，我觉得还有一个是阵容上的问题。
I think this is a good call too. Like just keeping these 2 close together, I think is good. It doesn't matter what side.
强行的换人。
没错。
And RB actually having the operator in Abo with a rifle.
其实 T 也是不紧不慢，上半场的最后1分。
RB 的明居前顶，而且手上是有晚焰火的。这波如果 T 打 A 的话，肯定是要考虑一下这个晚焰火的威力的。
没办法。
不过这里我觉得这是一个小心机哦。
17 times Tech have lost a post plant with a man advantage. Is that this series or this tournament?
对 ，RB 确实被骗到了。
Oh, you can't like first kills, first deaths and stuff.
真是换谁谁都上当啊。
是的，但阿 B 看到这个应该也懂了，他会提醒队友，就是说，
但是他也不敢把中路放了。
引路之损。
哎，反馈
没有反馈，
要命了，这真是要了命了。
是的，但是。
The fight from Shu, I mean, he is just aim dueling at this point. It doesn't come down to utility, he's just fighting on the site. Has a Cosmic Divide thrown in behind him. Is this the first Cosmic Divide that Kawhi has used? And he loses that fight against Kai. But this late look, maybe from RB that can get stuff. Maybe I'm using this as a chance to get on the site. There comes RB with the operator. And Kai's just gone right past Kawhi. They even like tried to predict him and work out where he is, but Kai's like at least brought some attention away. But the stun, the nade is too good. 9-3. See if it's a curse over in China or not.
双倍伤害到手，这个击杀确实是，感觉这最后一波，说实话，技能给的都有点戏剧性吧。首先，这个宇宙分裂连接的角度是。我觉得要打一个问号的，因为当时秋叶踩在前点还没有倒，而他是踩在了宇宙分裂的外面，并且自己的回防反而。
Is a bit brave of Abba to just walk out there.
这分的话，我觉得小开是死得挺冤的。他其实他到最后也不太明白他为什么对方。
Right, half time, 9-3.
第一波能今年没死就已经是很大命了。
是的。
但这波其实我觉得秋叶的个人能力确实是经受住了考验的，因为
I think the TEC need to win this pistol. If they don't win the pistol, I think it's done. It's just way too valuable for them. Like just the snowballing and like how much you can keep money on your side. Even like a couple of the rounds that Trace lost in this, maybe they shouldn't have done. They lost to Thrifty. And that last round was a little bit of a Pega fest. But maybe that could be a bit cleaner.
他们引以为傲的首相局能不能在下半场替他们挽回一些分数呢？
I'm definitely a little bit nervous for them, naturally.
我拿了双决斗，终于来到了进攻边。
是，这里感觉要好好的出一口恶气了。这双决斗在防守边真的是有点委屈。
对，所以这也是为什么，就是其实我个人会觉得，在世界范围内，大部分的队伍都会逐渐的替换掉双决斗的这样一套打法，因为双决斗确实在某些地方有一个非常致命的短板。
而且其实现在双决斗的一个组合也不仅仅局限于就是解封加上雷兹了。
对，
现在有很多像员工阵容，大家会尝试叶落。
Chinese Val is more entertaining. It's more fast-paced and less textbook plays. Yeah, it's definitely more like flying by the seat of your pants Valorant, which makes it a lot of fun to watch.
EMEA 那边的夜路是非常多的，包括我觉得亚太赛区也很多。
但国内也有非常多夜路的好手，
比如
克里斯。
对，比如克里斯。
是，但 Life 最近我觉得虽然说夜路有起伏吧，但还是有练到一些东西的。好，我们说回到这场的比赛啊，那对于 TEC 来讲，还是要看他们这个能不能发挥一下
Tech attack, Tech, I guess.
75的胜率啊。
Kai's doing really well. Feng actually surprisingly quiet. I mean, what was he like 9-1 at a given point? He was like +8 in KD, and now it's only like +2. We just got Terry in the last pistol. Can he be the same here? Yeah, already I like this default more. I think you don't want to keep the default because naturally you're going to move the Cypher like either side depending on what you need. I think the Sky is somewhat similar, but I kind of like the Sky B main. Sky like playing male. More so than I like the Sky just flashing this each time. And it's a shorty play for flexing too, just in that choke. There's no Sentinel for Tech either, so flanks are something that Tech can absolutely get away with if they want to go for something a bit spicier. But with 45 seconds left, I don't know what the plan is here for Tech at all. You got 3 players towards A, the spikes towards B, and it's just individual fights. Little crossfire there maybe, but RB's in like a good spot. Flexit just demolishes both of them with a shorty. That's gotta be tilting. Feng is on site. Omen smoke one way actually because I know that people are going to be coming out of heaven. Flexing still able to get kills. He's got 3 because he just picked up a classic from somebody else and got a kill with that. I think it's done. I don't think there's any real way for TEC to come back from this. 4-2 on pistols total. Only 2 pistols to TEC 1 on Breeze.
弗勒辛的短炮是击碎了他们手枪局拿分的梦想。
是的，说白了就是地图控制权在上一分是拿到了非常好的效果，因为青方想去抢。
Both timeouts. No timeouts at all from TEC. Not forcing this time like they did on Lotus. They just didn't do enough. Skyflasher just peeking up to here is good though. Fung Fung is behind the box. And him and YOU are just going to absolutely clean house. YOU. OMG. I don't know why Jet is lurking mid and the team is entering site. What's even worse is it's the IGL that's on the Jet lurking mid. Like, how can you make a call for your team when you're like on your own? I don't like Sentinel IGLs for this reason either. The only one that gets away with it was like Finesse before. This is the last map of this series. There's still 2 more series to play today. We still have a lot of Valorant to go through for China. Fung Fung is just sending it. You got the full buy now against the bonus because it was a flawless bonus. Like, money is great. The aggression coming in. There's nothing to stop him. No trips, no nothing. The Lockhem has had to give up all of this space. And the hope is that with Trace being aggressive here, would push TEC into doing something fast towards B, but you've got the Viper and the Cypher over here. It's going to add like a meat grinder. So they push this. Lockhem isn't... It's going to take a while at least to re-clear it and take it back. So this stack of players fighting more for mid. Trailblazer used by Q. Great flash again, but I don't like that Fung Fung tried to go over into male. And Heibe's actually been spotted and cleared by RB. Who's he's lurking on his own and found an opening. Flexin's got the spike though. And he's won a really good fight against Dabo. He's expecting a player mid. There's another player heaven. YOU gets taken down. Flexin's got a really nice position, but I think it's going to be cleared. Oh, no, it's not cleared by Kawaii. Oh, that's so much damage done by Flexin with a fucking bulldog. Wasn't even looking.
真的挺快的，把2楼所有想要回防过来帮忙弗勒辛的人全给截断了。
我觉得还是峰峰这波有点乌龙啊。
确实这个稍微有点。
And that was a gift of a first kill too.
背后的闪，但是没有控得很好，打成了一个正面闪。
而且现在对 TC 来讲，虽然这分拿下
RB doing it all.
一定要小心里面那个弗勒辛。
确实。
He might have to. I mean, what is RB on with kills? 13 and 11. He's going for the satchel in. You're going for an execute onto ramp. Luckily, it's just onto ramp because you've got the Cypher set up over here with the sky. Camera up, broken. And I like this from TEC actually, just taking all of this space, being aggressive, and actually just using it to try and wrap around onto players mid. But all of this control now in the hands of the attackers. But Tracer using this as a chance to group up with their full buy, reclaim male. Skyflash, don't know whose side it was used on. Doesn't matter though. Heibe, Fung Fung, Flexin, all fighting for mid, get all of the kills that they need. Second flash used from YOU knows that there's somebody still here. RB might be able to just isolate these fights one at a time. She was just left RB on his own to fight this. Just watching the flank to see if anybody's going to push in behind them. Not necessarily too much of a fan of these two in a 2 versus 3 just completely splitting off and having individual fights. There's a heal for RB, there's also a Skydog and a flash. Fung Fung camping a spike here might be a problem. He is only 3 HP, so this nade is going to hit him just... Literally a piece of the shrapnel just bonked him on the head and got him. And RB has absolutely cleared this up. Showstopper as well. Heibe needs to run away. And he's even nading in CT to buy some time. What kind of plant are they going to go for though? Can't be stopped. Heal is coming in again from Chu. He's giving away his position and RB's had to get a 4K to keep him in it. Quite literally Raid
我觉得这个
boss.
踩雷飞
What
剑
it
的位
stands
置给的
for.
真的是非常的完美，因为其实是肯定有爆点过的，峰峰是一个非常惨的血量，他这个踩雷飞剑是给的中路正中间，可以清到两边的凹槽。如果你残血
What did this end up being? A 4 versus 2 in the end?
但不得不说，我觉得这分踢的应对真的已经很好了。
而且这个鸟非常有趣，
哎，
它在
这个假的闪
If there's anybody, if there's actually anybody that can save this for Trace,
对。
it's got to be
不管
RB.
怎么样，这分 TC 的残局还是借助 RB 的精彩发挥啊，已经跟队友的协同拿下了。
And honestly, just attach Q to him so you have that heal. Like, farm up the assists, brother. Like, you've earned it.
但这个鸟也是暴露了一些意图，但好在是把中路对方驱赶了一下。
不过这样的一个打法的话，其实会迫使进攻方。
You mean Tech? Yeah, I mean, that's going to happen. Tech Trace, Tech Trace.
在出烟打
Yeah, pull it back for Tech, sorry.
那这样第二个烟你还要叫技能来清。
耶，峰峰的血量刚才有点低啊，是被腐蚀的效果。
有给到张云。
Forces an eco on a Trace. Yeah, on 11.
选择回去。
Still a long way to go for Tech if they want to, like, actually make this feasible into overtime. Jumped over the trip over here. Managed to get over this trip too, but they're still both activated. Bayou dicing screens. There's the one trip that gets a kill. There's still another one that potentially could. And a lot of players in on site. Luckily, the spray comes in. Does the nade do too much damage? I mean, all it really seems to do is break the trip. Abby's like a little bit low. Planted right out in the open, actually. It was brave to go there. And all 4 players on the site. You've got Flexin that's flanking them a little bit. Paranoia for plant pot in heaven. Usually there's somebody here, not this time. Everybody's on site. And like, I think at this point, if you're Trace, you're just trying to get kills. Get them on the way out of the site. Keep the money a little bit tight. For Trace, for Tech.
哇，这分我这站位很舒服，踢还能再下一把，没办法。
这前后受敌啊！尽管分是拿到了，但没有一个
Hebe
人
dies
从
to the
这个
spike too.
爆炸范围内走出来，5把枪全掉，下分我觉得至少有一个。
Turnabout and Ender, it is absolutely hog wild, I
有一
swear.
点点像这个峰峰最喜欢的这个摊煎饼的这种打法，就是他铺的很大，他把
Yeah, the trip was good for one.
当成一个果篦儿一样。
他就是
最中间，
对，把开局就把自己的这个网给张开了，就一手。
So Trace still have a pretty handy lead, and yeah, bring the Antica down to just 2 players.
全给网住。
那这分打完，
And this is one of the 2 Trace timeouts that they still have available. So the Tech coach, thankfully, has a chance to talk because he used both of his timeouts in the first half and they still lose 9-3. Abby Wilder and Sen G2. I haven't seen any of it yet, naturally, because I was asleep. But it sounds like you had a good fun couple of last maps.
其实比分的优势还是蛮大的，加上上一分把对面所有枪都给下掉了。
但我觉得这个对于 TEC 来讲也是这个久旱逢甘霖。
You'll have to pass this along, though, Ender. China have actually owned it with their playing like setup because they don't have a dedicated like schedule as yet. It's basically these 2 are playing first, and then the loser plays BLG next, and then the winner, so you know, will play BLG last. So it means that like it cannot be decided by the second series. Like it means that that third series still holds weight, and you don't get kind of like throwaway games. It might be like if a map is won, that might be enough, kind of like it was for G2 and Sentinels. But doing it like, okay, the loser kind of gets punished by having to play again next, and the winner gets a chance to actually watch their opponent. But I think for all of the other regions, like it was just scheduled that way.
削过太多次了之后，他的一个连杀能力是有点不足的。
是的，而且起码得配合一个，起码是引路之损吧。
哎，引路之损交在电梯房了。
哎，过来抓一下。
Alright, so Tech fighting for mid a little bit more.
到电梯房就真的好。
Abby pretty much baiting Abo here. He's hiding behind a poison cloud to see if there's anybody else that might show themselves up. Made a lot of noise, made a lot of presence. Abby even using the nade to try and clear onto Mail. Pre-aims the angle that people love to play on, so Heibe's gone down. Fung Fung gonna see if he can put it out of his own way. That is so silly for Abby to be doing, but it works. He's literally just doing stuff over on B. The rest of the team is going A. Surely, like, plant pot is cleared. It's not. The flash makes it so much harder to do anyway. But it's a good trade from Kawhi and for Chu. 1 versus 3 now for flexing, and RB's cleared up and got free. He's 2 away from another showstopper. You got a player in the server with Fung Fung that's like plus 30 in differential right now. And RB's like, I am going to out carry your carry.
而且我觉得本来 T 就不是很喜欢玩明居的情况下，这张地图又是峰峰的单决斗。
In fact, Fung Fung's just at the bottom. Another eco needed. They wanted to make it to 8.
小开确实稍微玩明居是有一些先天的优势的。主要是其实小开他之前也确实是队内的主狙手。
Nade used early to try and clear vents, forces the poison cloud to go up. This is just going to be a good old B execute flexing. Not really in a position to like paranoia this. You know, typically you have the Omen there to paranoia as they come out. He's thinking about going there, but he also has a bookie. He's fully flashed as well. I will say that like Chu Ye's flashes have been really good on this attack. Had a horrible like first half and a horrible second map of Lotus. Showstopper used from RB. He's rosed it. And surely that doesn't provide an opening for Trace. No, I don't think it does. With how quickly the RB's getting these kills.
哇，那再掉一个手枪分在接下来这一分 T 是已经接受不了再。
I mean, he team flashes too, actually. Right onto this corner. So it is a little bit lucky that they get that kill onto Flexion in the first place. Look at this. 5 in a row. Full buy. And good ultimates now for Trace. Viper's Pit, not too far away. Seekers is ready. Nothing else is. RB's down. This is winnable. Showstopper's going to be used on the defense. Everybody's cut noise. In fact, Fung Fung's going to try and go. And he even clears the corner that ABO is playing from. Tries to no-scope with the operator because, of course, Seekers is going to be used from Chu. So what's that? 2 versus 2 now. Hebe has his Viper's Pit. Almost ready. But not really in a good context to be using it unless they can actually get in onto the site. They fake the plant. Oh, and Hebe clears him. That's 12. Match and series point. Really does feel like if RB dies, it's done.
新坠这个其实打这种长时间的拉扯战是比较吃亏的，他只有4颗星体可以用。而这波疯疯的玩焰火，我觉得这
Reading this though, poor ABO is going to be tilted. And Kawhi just with everything that's going on, like can't really keep track of everything in the 1 versus 2. 4 chances though.
那这样的话，来到了本场 BO3 的赛点，一共是4个常规时间内结束比赛的能力。
Viper's Pit on defense used over towards B. You got Trip here, Raze, Sky, Cyphers, holding mid a little bit more. Satchel breaks one of the trips already. And the Trailblazer used pretty early on from YOU to try and clear this lurk. Gets broken, and they actually do fight this as a free. There's a camera right on top of this. Kai is just sat in. It's going to see all of the information. Seeing if anybody's going to try and play from it. It's just going to be Kai with the pip. The Seekers is also used. I'm really surprised that ABO is still alive there. Doesn't take any damage from the looks either. There was no like follow-up though, really. YOU 5 versus 3 in favor of Trace. But RB is still alive. The spike is lurking. They're separating up. This is wild. All right, 5 versus 2. And Chu has the spike and he sat here with 30 seconds left. He's like, RB, do something. RB, please. No, RB. No, it's done. Trace just too good in the end. Whilst RB provided a little bit more of his like carry potential, he could only do so much. Trace, I mean, they lost in overtime on Breeze on the first map. But everything since then has been a good bounce back, and like I say, like Trace, I think are like favorites for like making it out of play-ins now. And it also does mean that it's TEC playing again instantly after this. They're going to be going up against BLG. BLG watching all of this action happen. Might try to take TEC to different places and do that. But it's also a rematch of the Evolution series where TEC beat BLG and knocked them out early in the tournament, which was a huge surprise and one of the reasons why nobody rates Billy that highly anymore. Are they statistically out? No. There's still a chance for TEC to sort of pull something back, but there's way too many like specifics and stuff like that that it's going to make it hard to like keep track of it. But Trace put themselves in a great position. They beat Billy later on. There's nothing more that TEC can do, whether they win or lose the next series. But yeah,